Hey Saints, welcome back. I'm Nick Coop.
And I'm Colin Dellis.
And this is SFHS Today. In national news, the U.S. Senate held a hearing with the Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, along with the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, and the Commander of the U.S. Central Command, General Kenneth McKenzie, regarding the withdrawal of U.S. troops in Afghanistan, according to NPR News.
In school news, the St. Francis School District has been suffering from a major staff shortage. A prominent department of this issue is the Transportation Department, causing bus routes to be canceled and leaving students without a ride. Although some district office workers have taken lead and began getting their school bus license, one of these workers is our own Superintendent Beth Gies. Reporters Ethan Roberts and Michael Prainer talked to her on the issue.
Why did you decide to get your bus license?
Oh, well, I don't know if I decided to do it or was kind of in a situation where we needed to do it. As you all know, and you've ridden enough buses to know that about 2 years ago, we were already short a lot of bus drivers. And then with COVID, what happened is when we shut down, those drivers went out and found other jobs. And you can't blame them for that, right? I mean, you have to make a living and you have to do all those things. And even though we still had some things for them to do, not enough. And so some of them went and found other employment, and then they never came back to the school. We also have some people that are retired and just not really comfortable with all of the COVID things going on right now. And so we are really, really short. Even today, we had 2 routes that we were short. And so I thought that possibly if there were staff members willing to go get their license, that we could maybe fill in. And for me, that's just an emergency route situation, or if we need a midday run or something like that. So that's why I decided to do it. I think it was more need-based.
What is the school district doing to get more bus drivers?
Oh my goodness, we're doing so many different things. We're having, the classic career fairs and sending out flyers, and we've got big posters and big, kites and big billboards, things people drive by. But this year I'm trying new things. Recently I was on local news stations, and then even one national news station picked up the story, and we were able to get 8 people to apply from those stories. I think they don't realize that it's okay to become a bus driver. It's a great job, it's doable, and I think by people seeing me on camera, for some reason they said, wait a minute, if she can be a bus driver, I can be a bus driver. So we did get 8 applicants from that type of stuff, but we're trying just about everything right now, sending home things in kids' backpacks, and we're just doing just about everything to try to find drivers right now.
As we start our new school year, we see some new and familiar faces. Eric Wickman and I went to talk to some of the staff members. How does it feel to be back in St. Francis?
Hey, it's great to be back home. I spent 14 years here as a teacher and coach, and I'm really excited to be back here as the activities director.
What is your new position?
So the activities director is a 7th through 12th grade position that is in charge of coordinating and scheduling all our activities, athletics, after-school activities, fine arts, all those items. And it's a huge challenge and undertaking, and but it's a lot of fun at times.
What are your goals for this year?
Goals is to make sure everybody is involved and active. We want all students to have something that keeps them here after school, and they feel part of something.
Yeah.
What is your new job?
My new job is Community Ed Youth Recreation Manager.
What do you do for your job?
Well, currently now in the fall, I take care of all of youth football. So that includes flag football, kindergarten through 3rd, tackle football, 2nd through 8th grade. We also have soccer, which is 4-year-olds to 9-year-olds, volleyball, which is 3rd grade through 6th grade. But we do have some high school programs too. So we have trap and skeet, and we have the fall dance performance team.
What are your goals for your job?
Well, the goals for my job are always to get as much participation as we can. And hopefully by giving kids a great experience, it will promote the program so that more kids will sign up in the future.
How do you like your new job?
I love my new job. I'm not gonna lie, I miss everybody at the high school, seeing everybody every day, but I really do enjoy my new job. It's just great to see all those little kids having so much fun.
What do you teach at St. Francis?
So I am teaching health and fire here at St. Francis, just crushing it every day.
How does it feel to teach at your former high school?
Oh, I love it. I love getting to see the old teachers that I have. I love having my softball players and my volleyball players in my classes. It's been a great time.
What are you most looking forward to this school year?
Everything. I'm having so much fun. Just every day waking up, getting to see my amazing coworkers, getting to see the students' bright and lovely faces. I'm just loving it.
Who was your favorite teacher when you were here?
My favorite teacher, well, he's no longer a teacher here, but Mr. Lindquist, if you see this, remember that. You're my favorite teacher.
Who was your favorite student?
My favorite student is Abby Babcock, all right?
Along with new staff, we welcome some new students from around the world. Some of our immediate team talked to 4 of our exchange students.
Where are you from?
I'm from Czech Republic, Europe.
How was your experience at our high school so far?
It was good, it's good, and it's easier than in Czech Republic.
And what is one main difference you've noticed since you've gotten here?
The mentality of the people here.
What is it like living with your host family?
It's very, very good. They are super cool.
What's an interesting food we have here?
I like Mexican food. Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
We're from France, both of us. Yeah.
How's your experience at St. Francis High School?
Great. People are really nice and friendly, and it's very different than France.
What is one main difference that you noticed once you arrived here?
The mentality, like people are more friendly and less judgmental than in France.
Yeah, and the relationship between students and the teachers are
very like better here. Like in France, it's more like strict.
Yeah.
And here, it's better.
In activity news, the debate team has started practice and they have added policy debate to their already established Lincoln-Douglas format. In addition to adding the new format, they added a new coach. Wickman and I got the scoop on it. Are you excited for this upcoming season and why?
I'm very excited for this upcoming season. The debate team is trying a new format of debate called policy debate in addition to our Lincoln-Douglas debate. And we're being led by, in policy debate, by Mr. Andy Sherrier. He's the district technology coordinator and a former St. Francis graduate who in the 1980s was a national champion in policy debate. And so we're building up with some great things with some great kids, and it's going to be an awesome season.
How can kids get involved in debate?
Come see me. We'll talk about it. Our practices are on Mondays after school, Wednesdays after school, and Thursday after school online. So we only have 3 a week, and it takes about 6 hours a week after school, and then we have some Saturday tournaments. So still time to be involved.
What do you do in debate?
So in debate, we get a topic, and then based on that topic, we're assigned either affirmative or negative, and then we debate upon that.
What are you most looking forward to this year?
Beating Edina and helping my novices grow.
Now let's hand it off to sports.
Hey, Saints, I'm Lauren Perry.
And I'm Brody Wyan.
And this is sports.
In national sports news, since basketball started this year, the NBA established a new mandate. Any player who elects not to comply with local vaccination mandates will not be paid for the games he misses, said Bass, reported from CBS News. Now, the NBA may not require their players to be vaccinated to play, but a few teams won't allow fans or referees in without proof of vaccination. Retired NBA basketball player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said, "When we ignore a pandemic that is killing people, just because some people don't like doing research, I can't go along with that."
Girls tennis won 5-2 against Monticello on their senior night.
And boys soccer beat North Branch 2-0 on their senior night.
Girls soccer remains undefeated with a 12-0 record and conference champs for the second year in a row. The team is currently ranked first in Class 2 AA. Reporters spoke to some of the girls late last week.
What makes the team you have now different from the others?
This team that we have this year is, we have 8 seniors on the team, and we also have 8 juniors and 1 freshman on our roster. So that is pretty rare. Usually in the past we have a lot of younger kids that are up there, but this group has played together and played well together since 9th grade, and they've been coming up and they work very hard off season. All of them are on club teams. They play soccer year round. They're very committed to it, and their desire to win is the best I've ever seen.
How does it feel being 11-0?
It feels pretty good. This is the first time we've been this successful since I've played varsity. And I think we have really good captains this year in coaching, so we're going to keep going far.
Do you feel a different connection with the team you have now compared to other years?
Yeah, I think we definitely trust each other more on and off the field, and we've definitely talked about how it's important to be confident going into our games and playing our soccer versus being overconfident.
And that brings us to the Athlete of the Week, Lauren Bazelle, who recently committed to play D1 soccer for Nebraska Cornhuskers.
And why did you start your soccer career?
I started playing soccer when I was 4 years old. My parents basically just signed me up for a bunch of different sports, and soccer seemed to be the only one that could stick because I can't throw or catch for crap. And I've been playing since then.
And then where are you committed to play soccer at?
After high school, I've committed to going to play soccer at University of Nebraska-Lincoln. They're a Big Ten school, and I'm kind of excited for the football games because I know how those are going to be.
What's your major?
I was thinking about going into psychology or sociology, but after watching some Criminal Minds, I really thought I was more interested in criminal justice, and that's part of psychology. So.
All right, and what made you want to play soccer after high school?
Growing up, I had a family friend who played soccer here at this high school, and she ended up going to Eastern Kentucky, and she'd come home on breaks and say how awesome it was to have an entire team of friends in college as soon as you got there. And she got to learn and graduate playing a sport she loved, and I wanted to do the same thing.
Last week was homecoming, and Student Council started a new tradition with the Battle of the Saints volleyball tournament. Our team caught some of the highlights. In the end, the teachers beat the juniors on Friday.
How does it feel to be on a team that won their freshman year and this year?
Solid. It's solid. It's a solid 10 out of 10.
It's pretty good, honestly.
Highly recommend.
Yeah. How does it feel to win against the seniors?
It felt really good being the younger people, the underdogs, and I think we played pretty well.
I feel like being the underdogs awesome. I feel good about winning.
Do you guys think you guys played your best?
Yeah, besides Aaron, but
I agree. How were the calls in the game?
It could have been better, Gerard, I think
They've been pretty good on our side.
Yeah, no.
In our favor, they were.
So, bring up the competition, underclassmen.
Come get us.
Come get it.
Finally, the football team played a hard-fought game against the Saga Wildcats in the Saints' homecoming weekend. They came out victorious, making a great comeback after not having a homecoming game last year.
Now back to Nick and Colin to wrap it up for this week.
Before we go, here's a look back at the Pep Fest.
Stay safe, Saints.